My name is Anuya, and I welcome everyone to an educational session conducted by the TLI, the Toastmasters Leadership Institute of District 120. As you all know, the TLI team of District 120 is committed to provide the best training to the members of Toastmasters International. Today, we have an amazing session on step and pathways leading to DTM. I'm deeply inspired and motivated to see all the Toastmasters. There are 42 Toastmasters right now, and I'm very much inspired to see everyone attending this session on a midweek, Wednesday. Today is April 21, 2021. Exactly a year back, I joined Toastmasters. Since then, folks, this club, my club, and the members became an emotional affair for me where I can conquer my fears of talking in front of people, meeting a lot of people. But over the weeks, I started to understand a certain pattern in regular meeting, and one of which is about how to become a distinguished Toastmasters. And earning a DTM, that is a Distinguished Toastmasters recognition, is a major achievement for any Toastmaster members. And I understood it requires at least several years of dedicated work and commitment to deliver projects. This evening, we will be witnessing a session on how to become a Distinguished Toastmasters. Dr. Sundara Raman Chintamani has a unique personality with more than 35 years experience with multiple industry background. Dr. Sundara Raman is a chemical engineer and he has a PhD from the University of Petroleum and Energy Studies, Dehradun. Dr. Sundara Raman is a visiting faculty for few of the Indian Petroleum University and also business schools. Currently, Dr. Sundara Raman is the founder and CEO of Jignashika. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly, where the core principle is curiosity, jignasa, which leads to success. And coming to Toastmaster International, Dr. Sundara Raman has been a member for the past 12 years and has achieved Distinguished Toastmaster in 2014. Which everybody knows is the highest educational credential of Toastmasters. DTM Sundararaman has been the member of few Toastmaster clubs and had several leadership positions in these clubs like Medley Toastmasters, Meraki Toastmasters, which is Tamil Nadu's first Toastmasters, Advanced Toastmaster Club. DTM Sundararaman also had made contribution to several district level in Toastmasters such as district area governor for District 82, pathway ambassador for District 82, and right now he is a club co-chair of District 120. Now we know why DTM and Dr. Sundara Raman has been a much sought after educational speaker for club events. Toastmaster Leadership Institute initiatives or the TLI Officers Training Programs or the OTP, which is organized by the district. DTM Sundara Raman is ardent about Carnatic classical music who learns and understands about the theoretical aspect of this genre. He also has written a book called Raga Chintamani, which covers the classical aspects of Tamil film music. Please help me in welcoming a blogger, a music lover, an author, a mindset master, orator, artist, and a numismatics and an engineer, Distinguished Toastmaster, Dr. Sundara Raman Chintamani. Over to you, DTM Sundara Raman.
Thank you, Anuya, for that wonderful introduction. So I'm really happy and excited to be here in the midst of energetic Toastmasters. And today, as you said, in the midst of the week, more than 600 Toastmasters have assembled here. And thanks DTM Lloyd for initiating this and chosen me for this particular session. And incidentally, so I'd like to share that I got my first DTM in 2014 as mentioned by the anchor. And my second DTM under Pathways, I got it in Jan 2021, but I'm yet to receive the DTM break. So with that introduction, let me share my screen and then start my session. Right. So today, Toastmasters is almost nearing the 100th year. So very soon, within few years, we will be touching the 100th year. So many people who are hearing the Toastmaster for the first time, they are curious to know how this particular organization is surviving so long. And many of us, as soon as we come to know about Toastmasters, then they join. The prime motive of many of the members who join Toastmasters is to improve their communication skill. But the actual fact or real
You are not audible, sir.
I think somebody put him on mute.
Raman sir, you are on mute. I think I wrongly.
am I audible now?
Yes.
Right. So not only for improving your communication skill, this institution is also helping you to improve your leadership skills. So actually, before the advent of Pathways, we had in the traditional curriculum, we had a distinct two twin tracks, one on the communication track, one on the leadership track, and finally culminating into the final, the pinnacle of Toastmasters called the Distinguished Toastmasters. But today, can everyone go on mute, please? So today under Pathways program, so everything is integrated. So the reason why we want to become a holistic person is a great communicator without leadership skill, he cannot sustain and he cannot succeed in the long run. He may be a great communicator, but every meeting is attending late, right? So if he is not able to maintain time management, if he is unable to delegate tasks to the team members, definitely he cannot succeed in the long run. Same way, if a great leader, he is all perfect in all leadership quality, but in communication wise, he is so poor, definitely he will be never rewarded or respected. So that is why this institution has identified both leadership and communication, both are essential to become a holistic person. And that is what the entire framework is covering, the leadership and communication skills. Excuse me, can you all please go on mute? Or moderator can go and mute the person who.
Yes, sir. I muted everyone. Sundaraman sir, can you unmute now?
Okay. So in fact, the tagline of Toastmasters is more about the leadership rather than communication, right? So today's session, we are going to talk more about the distinguished Toastmasters journey, where how the leadership and path as well as the communication path is interwoven or integrated. So in this process, actually, we have broadly, this is divided into 5 steps. One is focusing on your own education, that is primarily on your project speeches, and then how you take up a leadership position at club level and then able to do the given task. And finally, you take additional responsibility at the district level. And also you take up some additional tasks like being a club sponsor or conducting a speech craft program, which is known as extension activities. Then finally support activities. So this is how the DTM journey is broadly clustered into 5 nuggets. So let us see the same thing in a different manner. So I think many of you would have seen this picture whenever you Google the term DTM. Rather than this picture, I'll show another slide where the path is clearly explained. So as I said, this has got 5 major broad steps. So the first one is the education projects. So the education projects, then I mentioned about the club level leadership roles, and then moving on, then district leadership roles, then club extension roles and club support activities. Let's see each one of them in detail. So the education program. So I think all of you are familiar with the term. So I don't want to start with the basics. I think basics everyone is familiar. So the today Toastmaster International is offering 11 pathways, 11 paths. So each path is meant for members' choice. For example, if I want to become a humorous speaker, then there is a dedicated path. But I want to excel in the presentation skill, then there is a dedicated path. So depending on our choice, depending on our needs, you can select the path. Once a path is chosen, there are 5 different levels, and each level we have multiple projects. These are all known as project speeches or projects, right? So as a Toastmaster, you are supposed to start with a path and then complete project after project and then take another project. That is the second path. You are supposed to complete 2 paths. And then you are also supposed to do a project known as a DTM project. So let me come to them later. So let me move on. So now once you select your path, so in each path, as I said, 5 levels are there, and each level has got a certain objectives. And earlier, one level you will be allowed to go into different paths. But today, you can skip levels and then move on to the next level. I'm not suggesting you to skip levels, but today you have access to go through all the project in your paths in different levels. So my earnest appeal to all of you is to go through different paths and understand at a high level what is the objective and what is supposed to be done. So unlike the earlier traditional path, here we are not only delivering speeches. So there are some projects where you are supposed to do some activity, and before activity and after activity you are supposed to deliver a speech. The speech may be 5 to 7 minutes, but the actual activity may take 8 weeks. For example, if you take a speechcraft program, it may take 8 weeks. So try to have a high level overview, and I also request you to have a tracker, preferably in Google Docs, so that at any point of time you will be able to log in while you are on the go. So even using your mobile device, you will be able to log in. So this is how I have structured my paths. For example, I have chosen effective coaching and presentation mastery as my 2 paths. And in fact, I was jumping between different paths, but that create a lot of confusion. So because you have to go through in a sequential manner, that will be helpful. So note down all these project titles and then look for contents which are applicable for appropriate path, and then decide fix a date. So don't think that your VP education has to chase you and ask for a project. You yourself will be self-driven. So that is where your own leadership skills and the discipline will be evolving. So otherwise, if you are doing something for others' sake, so obviously the quality will not be good, and finally, you will, though you may achieve the DTM status, but definitely you may not be worth of doing it. But when you do it on your own, so you try to have your own timetable. So apart from these roles, you may also have to do the roles of Toastmaster of the day, table topic master, general evaluator. All those roles also you are supposed to do. So not alone just delivering your projects, but for delivering your project, have proper timeline and then deliver as planned. So in fact, so are you also able to see my other screen?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm not going in depth, so let me come back. So, and if you see here, there are some, in the last 1 year, I have done a lot of my projects beyond my home club. So right now I'm a member of Meraki, but Meraki is a club which meets once in 2 weeks. So obviously every meeting I cannot deliver a project. And I was looking for clubs beyond my home club. And today, all over the world, all the clubs are meeting on a virtual mode. So that has come as a blessing in disguise. So I try to give my project speeches in multiple other clubs. So be it Coimbatore or Velur, or even there are some abroad clubs like Lord Defense, Toastmaster Club in France. Given. So that gave me a different kind of perception. And that was a different kind of feedback from people from abroad. So today, most of the clubs admit you to allow you to participate in their virtual meeting, and if you give them sufficient notice, they will also allow you to do project work. So this way, you are not limited by your own club slots availability kind of stuff. So there are so many clubs across the globe. So try to leverage the virtual meeting option. Right. So during this, let me go back to this. So here, if you see, there are some projects, there are some tracks where you are supposed to do some project known as high performance leadership project. In short, it is known as HPL projects. So there are certain paths. I think this HPL project is not there. So when you have information, then it is easy to plan all these activities. For example, for this high performance leadership project, you are supposed to take up a major activity. Let me come back to that. So it is primarily an action learning program that will help you to develop your leadership skills. Primarily, you do study, action, and then finally get the feedback and then apply it. So what you are supposed to do here in the HPL project is you are supposed to form a guidance committee. The guidance committee can be, suppose if it is something related to, most of the time the HPL projects revolve around Toastmasters, but sometimes you can also do outside Toastmasters. If you are doing some project with respect to Toastmasters, you can involve your own president, club president, your VP education, or your area director. So try to pick some few people, so not more than 5 people, not less than 2 people. So 3 to 5 people you can form a subcommittee, the guidance committee, and then you can state your goals, what you are planning to achieve. Are you going to do a speechcraft program, or are you going to do a youth leadership program? So all that goal, and then jot down all the points. In fact, if you go to Toastmaster International, there is a HPL manual available. So this HPL manual, you download and then go through that. So and you don't have to wait wait till you complete your path, your 2 paths. So you can start this upfront, right? Because this is going to take time. So this may take 2 months or 3 months, depending on the type of project you select. So don't wait that you have to complete all your oral projects. So start doing this and then come out with the plan. And if you are planning to perform this high performance project, you are supposed to give one speech before the HPL project and one speech after the HPL project. So the very first speech can be done at the earliest. So as soon as you are clear with your goals and the kind of projects you have identified, immediately you can deliver this project. And again, to give this project, you don't have to wait till you complete all your projects. You can jump project and then give your HPL project number 1. Then take up HPL project, complete it, and then give the second project. So what are all the kind of activities that can be taken for HPL project? For example, you start a club, whether community club or corporate club, where you are going to start from scratch, or you take up the role of conference chair or conference co-chair for a division level conference or district level conference, or organizing a youth leadership program or a speechcraft program. I'll come back to that a little later. So what is youth leadership and speechcraft? And even it can also be a project with respect to your work area. And as an area governor, area director, or a division director, you can take it up. Or you can also do some community projects. So even, for example, in your neighborhood, you have a temple, and this temple, they are planning a Kumbhabhishekam, and you are part of the committee, then a lot of activities will be involved. So ultimately, if you see the common thread amongst all these activities, one common thread is involving a team. So the HPL project is not for individuals. So of course you do it individually, but it involves a team. So wherein you have to exhibit your team bonding, delegation, facilitation, and mentoring. So all such opportunities will be there. So accordingly, you have to select a project or any project that is legal, ethical, and socially responsible. So at this point of time, I'll take a pause, and if you have any questions, I can answer. Or should I take all the questions later at the end? Shall we take all questions later?
Yes, sir. It's up to you. If you want, I can allow
Only
participants
thing
to
right now I am
unmute.
unable to see the chat window. So if any chat window is there, the moderator you can read out. So
Sure.
otherwise people can unmute and ask questions. I also leave it to the audience. So otherwise we can take it up at the end.
Okay, sir.
And where can you find this HPL manual? So it is all available in Toastmasters website. You log in using your credentials. And I also request you to spend as much time in the Toastmasters website because so much of materials and resources are there. So this HPL project, it is a 50-page manual. So it gives details like what kind of competencies you are going to build up. So how you are to form the guidance committee, your first guidance committee meeting. So you are not only meeting the guidance, you are not only having a guidance committee meeting once, so multiple times you may have to meet. For example, if you are taken up a Speechcraft project, which is going to long last for 8 weeks, before the Speechcraft, you will have a meeting and where you are going to discuss about the issues with your guidance committee members, take their feedback. And in the midst of the project, you will again go and appraise them and share their challenges and take their feedback. And at the end also, at least a minimum 3 times you have to meet. More than 3 times, most welcome. I guess some queries are here in the chat window. Can someone read out the queries if anything is there? Otherwise, I'll take it up later. Okay.
Toastmaster
So some of
Vanya asked, can beginners also take HPL?
yes, but if you are totally new, so try to get into the system and watch out the different kind of jargons and be familiar with the framework. So of course, theoretically, there is no showstopper that you cannot do it. So you can go ahead and do it, but be familiar with the ecosystem. So try to understand the how the Toastmasters is organized, club, area, division, district, region, and international level, and familiarize with the different kind of roles like area director, division director. So then it will be easy because when you are executing a project, HPL project, most of the time people do either Speechcraft or youth leadership project where you are supposed to be a knowledgeable person. You are going to educate others. So equip yourself and then do it. So there is no criteria that you are supposed to complete 1 year or 2 years or something like that. At any point of time, you can do it. And this is a question, frequently asked question. People ask, right? I already performed the area director role last year, or I already done a Speechcraft program. So can I take credit for that? So you can do it, but it will not be effective. The reason here is while doing the HPL project, as I said, you are supposed to come out with your own objectives and then forming a guidance committee. You are doing everything as a project mode. So you are doing it in a very structured mode. Suppose if you are going to do reverse engineering, so obviously you will miss out so many things. So if you have done something, it's well and good. Try to bring back your experience in doing the next project. But if you are doing the SPL project for the first time, take some project afresh and then start doing. That is where you will the entire learning will be so effective. Right. Then regarding something similar to Distinguished the HPL project, there is also a project known as Distinguished Toastmaster project. So this is also a relatively major project where you are supposed to give a speech in the club, give a speech in the club, what you are planning to do, and at the end of your project, you are going to give a summary speech, right? So this is the slight difference between DTM project and HPL project is for HPL project, you are forming a guidance committee, take their continuous inputs and then give it. But whereas a DTM project, you are not doing it. And for DTM project, again, you can do anything. So I think I can give examples, but better you discuss with your area governors or your club president. So for example, in my case, what I have done is I am also part of another organization called the Professional Speaker Association. So last 1 year, I was the charter president. So I have taken my role as the charter president and the Professional Speaker Association for my DTM project. And again, the HPL project is not applicable for all your paths. So sometimes, in fact, when I did my Speechcraft program, I completed the project for another path where I could have avoided that. I could have reserved it for another path. So don't waste your projects. So have proper planning and ensure that which path demands HPL project, and accordingly you can position it. So this is the forms. So for each one of them, you have the manuals, the evaluation forms. As I said, for DTM project, you are supposed to give a 5 to 7 minute speech. The speech number one, first speech. The second speech, you are supposed to do it for 8 to 10 minutes. So and again, the gap between first and second speech can go for 3 months, 6 months, or 1 year. Okay. So far what we have discussed is all about giving speech in your club, so which is coming under the broad bucket known as education. Out of five nuggets, so far we have covered the education aspect. So wherein you are supposed to give multiple projects. Some of the projects are just the plain speech. Some of the speeches are after doing certain activities. Now I am moving on to the second segment where you are expected to perform the role of a club officer for 12 months. So what are the roles? So as we all know, we have 7 officers, starting with the president, VP education, VP membership, VP public relation, secretary, treasurer, sergeant at arms. And 12 months, so there are some clubs which meet alternate weeks. So these clubs have an officer role for 12 months. But the clubs which meet on a weekly basis, they have the timeline of 6 months. But what is needed for DTM project? You are supposed to perform the role of a club officer for 12 months, which means if you have completed 2 officer roles in 2 different years, that is okay. For example, in 2014, the second half of the year, I acted as the club president. So after 2 years, in another club, I acted as the VP membership, or in the same club, I acted as the VP membership. I should have completed a 6 months term, full 6 months term in each term. So that is how you can take credit. So I think this is straightforward, no complications. So you don't have to hold officer position for 12 continuous years. It can be 2 different terms, but the total duration should be 12 months. Then you should have taken up a district officer role. District officer role starts with the district director, PQD, program quality director, club growth director, CGD, public relationship manager, administration manager, finance manager, division director, area director, right? So of course, it may be easy to become a club officer, but it may not be easy to become a district officer. Why? So it is not just because of the competency, it is because of the limited roles. For example, district 120 can have only one district director, can have only one PQD, and club growth director only one position. Area directors, division directors, we may have 8 to 12 division directors can be there. Area directors can be 3 or 4 area directors will be there. So from club level to move on to district role, it is going to be a little challenging task. So what you are supposed to do is, today everything is based on meritocracy, right? So unless you contribute, the title will not come to you. So just because of your influence, just because you are close to one of the district officers, you are not going to get the position. You have to contribute. So that is where people see your performance. The district leaders, they are going to see your performance. And in fact, today this has become a little complex process. You have to apply in advance, and then you have to tackle interviews, at least in the top 3 positions, you have to tackle interviews. And even after doing all that, finally, you may have to face an election. People may compete in the floor, and then you may have to contest the election. So start contributing, start visiting other clubs. So once you start visiting other clubs, at least within your area director or your division director will come to know that you have so much of potential, and it is worth giving you a position. So definitely don't think that these positions will automatically come to you. You have to do little proactively. You have to exhibit your leadership skills, communication skill, and more than that, networking skills. So all that you have to exhibit, and finally such kind of questions will come to you. Then moving on, the fourth one is serve as club extension roles. What are these roles? One, try to be a club sponsor. So generally, when you are playing a crucial role in starting a club, then you get a chance to become a club sponsor, right? So this club sponsor role, so normally when the club is chartered at the point of time, so you are also officially declared that you are the club sponsor. So when you log into the Toastmaster International, your portal, you will come to know that you have been selected as the club sponsor. And after a reasonable time, then the club president, so earlier in the traditional path, you are supposed to download a form and get the signature from the president, and then you have to scan it and then send it to Toastmaster International to get credit. But today, after 6 months or 1 year, the club where you have been assigned as a sponsor, if the club member, the president is writing a mail to Toastmaster International, then you will get the credit for being a club sponsor. The second one, as I said, speechcraft and leadership program. So these are all, when you do these projects, you can also deliver a project under HPL, but this is a mandatory thing. So either one of them you have to do under the fourth category. So under the club extension role. The speechcraft is nothing but offering a crash course in Toastmasters to a community or a corporate environment. For example, in your office, whenever you mention about Toastmaster, your boss is excited to know more about it, and he is saying, why don't we have something like this? But at the same time, I don't want to commit anything. I don't think we can start a club immediately, because we don't know whether members will pay from their pocket or whether company is going to pay from their pocket. But we can give a trial. So can we do something? So at this point of time, you can offer a speechcraft program. Speechcraft program is a paid program by the customers or the participants. So either you can do it in a corporate ambience, or you can also do it in a community. For example, if you are in a big apartment complex and you want to offer your learning of Toastmasters, you can offer a speechcraft program. So normally the tenure of this speechcraft program is 8 weeks, 8 weekends or 8 weekdays, 8 days. So here the maximum participants will be around 20 people. And to offer the speechcraft program, you need supports. You are going to take up the lead role as the coordinator, and you will be downloading this coordinator guide, go through that, and then follow what is mentioned there. You have to rope in at least 4 or 5 assistant coordinators who will be helping you to organize the speechcraft program. So in the speechcraft program, again, the members will give their icebreaker speeches, and they will give a 4 to 6 minute speech on how to organize any topic. So these basic of some 4 or 5 projects they will be delivering in 6 weeks, and they will also be doing all the roles like a timer, grammarian, accountant, general evaluator, Toastmaster, etc. And at the end of the speechcraft program, all the participants will be given a certificate. And suppose if you are doing it for a corporate organization, there is every possibility that organization would like to start a new club, right? So at the end of speechcraft program, normally it will culminate into starting a new club. So this is from TMI point of view, this is also a revenue generation stream, as well as starting more clubs and adding more members to Toastmasters fraternity. So that way it is very, very useful program. And you have lot of, you accumulate lot of learnings over 8 weeks. So 8 weeks is not a long duration, but within 8 weeks, you will learn so many things. So how to organize a team and how to conduct events. So everything you will be doing it solo, but of course you will be supported with the assistant coordinator. Then you have another project known as Youth Leadership Program. The Youth Leadership Program, the participants will be generally below 18 years. And here, this is also something similar to Speechcraft Program. But normally, this is done at school level participant. And at the end of Youth Leadership Program, they start a Gavel Club. So all this will take 6 weeks or 8 weeks. It is slightly flexible. So depending on your convenience and the organizer's convenience, you can slightly customize it. Yes. Yeah. I already explained about speech club program as well as youth leadership program. So all these meetings will be like a mini Toastmaster meeting. You will have prepared speeches, you will have table topic sessions, you will have speech evaluations, the time account, grammarian reports, general level report, all that will be there. Right. Then the last uh, the nugget is talking about the support roles. So here there are two options wherein you can claim credit. One is by being a club mentor or being a club coach. How are club mentors are appointed? When a new club is started, the club mentors are appointed, and again by through visibility from and the recommendations from the area directors and the division directors, the club mentors are appointed. For example, you start a new club in your organization, so obviously you get preference because you know more about your own office and your own club. So you will be a mentor and you will give all kind of guidance. And after 6 months or 1 year, reasonable time, the club president, when he writes to the TMI, then you will get credit. The second one is club coach program. Club coach program is meant for clubs which are not doing performing really well. For example, the club's health is primarily monitored with their club's membership status. When the club membership falls below 12, then that club is eligible to get a club coach. And as introduced by the anchor, I am the club coach chair, and myself, along with the guidance of PQD, we are appointing club coaches. The club coaches are appointed by Toastmaster International, but the recommendation comes from the district. Uh, so here the club coach will be attending the meeting, and then they will also guide them where they lack, and primarily they will conduct education sessions. So primarily they have to improve their membership status, go beyond 12 members. Then they are also supposed to track the educational progress. For example, we all know about the DCP status, Distinguished Club Program status. When a club is achieving 5 points out of 10 points, it is known as Distinguished Club Program. When a club is from a sick club, when it is reaching the Distinguished Club Program, Distinguished Club status, then your goal is achieved as a club coach. And the time given for you is 2 years. So within 2 years, you are supposed to bring a sick club to a club which can perform well. That is, it is supposed to get 5 points. The moment it reaches 5 points, then the club coach program is fulfilling its objectives, and you will get credit. And as on date, there is a footnote here. Club coach role successfully completed on June 30th, 2019, 2020, 2021 can be used to satisfy for both club coach program as well as district leader requirement. So you don't have to bother saying that I am not right now. I'm not in a position to get an area director or a division director role. It is very difficult, and I have to wait for 1 more year. No. So if you are a club coach within the given timeline, so you can get credit for both district leader position as well as this fifth requirement. Then finally, you are supposed to submit all these applications. So you don't wait till all your projects are completed. At least be familiar with all these forms and figure out what is expected by TMI to become a distinguished Toastmaster. For example, here you have to mention about on what date you have completed your DTM project, and on what dates, what period you have taken the position of a club officer role, district officer role, club mentor role. So many times, the common mistake done by many people is they would have taken the club sponsor role or mentorship role, but they don't go and close it. So closing means you are supposed to get the signature from the club president and then send the communication back to Toastmaster International and ensure that you get the credits reflected on in your portal. So till that time, it is assumed that you are not performed that role. So only when it is reflected in your own login, then only it is assumed that you have performed this role. And if you want, the path completion, you can also, if you want, your employer can also be communicated saying that you have completed the DTM role. So there is an option to indicate that. And if you go to Toastmaster International under contract section, There are 20 and odd different email IDs, different email IDs for different kind of purposes. So for pathways and tracking purpose, your DTM journey purpose, these are all some of the vital email IDs. For example, you may not be clear regarding when to uh, whether your DTM application has been accepted. So whether this is uh, uh, you are good to go with the next leadership role. So all that for you may have doubts, you may have to get it clarified. So these email IDs will come handy. For example, for paths and path requirements, education program at toastmaster.org, and for tracking your education forward. So probably you would have completed one path 6 months back, but as on date, it is not reflected in reflecting in your portal, or even your division is not considering you that you have completed. So say periodically they share the milestones. Now every club, how many clubs have completed the education goals and targets. So if you are not being considered, then there may be a communication gap. Then you may have to send a mail to tracking@toastmasters.org. Be familiar with these email IDs and contacts, and be proactive in closing on this. So I will also like to share. Fortunately, I was a Toastmaster in multiple clubs, more than 5 clubs. I was at one point of time I was a member in 3 clubs, but as on date I am a member in only one club. So my previous club, my home club called Medley, as well as the current club Meraki. So I am so fortunate that these 2 clubs they record all the videos. They record all the videos and then upload in YouTube. So if your club is not doing it, you take this initiative. Your members will appreciate it. It will be useful for you as well as for your members. So in fact, when my division director took an initiative, I have written a blog, and I also given a kind of interview saying that how I completed the presentation mastery path. So that video is available in YouTube. So all the 15 projects, how I completed a presentation mastery I have completed, that has been covered as an interview. So after that, I have also tried to put all this into a blog as well as a video. So if you want, I can later share this. So this way, you will have what I have done is for each project, what is the objective and what project I have taken. And I also uploaded the videos here and the evaluators comments. So this gives a sense of satisfaction for me. So that I have complete track of my speeches, and at any point of time I can repurpose this. So since I am a speaker, trainer, consultant now, at any point of time I can give a reference from here, I can put something from here, I can share this link to many people. So this way you start archiving your stuff. At least your scripts should be in one place. So in Google Docs, try to put all your scripts. Probably if you feel that all your scripts are worth put into print, you can come out with your book. So 15 speeches, you can come out with a small book and you can distribute in Kindle free of cost. So you don't have to charge people, you don't have to go to a big publisher. So these are all some additional benefits you can do it. Then let me move on. Right. Some additional tips. Don't wait for your mandate projects to complete. For example, you have to, to perform your HPL project, you should have completed a speech project, right? So don't wait. These projects are completed, because this is going to take some couple of weeks or some months to complete. So in the meantime, you can do some kind of elective projects. Elective projects you can complete. So try to follow the path in the sequential manager. But if you are comfortable and jumping levels between the paths, go ahead, but keep a tracker, and the tracker will help you where you are there and what are the projects to be completed. And you also take up additional roles. So that will be definitely be helpful. And by the time you finish your project, for example, the club coach program kind of initiatives, don't wait till you complete 2 paths. When opportunity comes, try to avail it, and then only after a year you will be eligible to get credit for that. By the time you would have completed 1 path. The second path, similarly, you can complete in 6 months also. So the minimum with the minimal effort, if you are so productive and if you are so passionate, so achieving a DTM award is not a big task. And finally, let me summarize again. You are supposed to complete 2 learning paths. Each path has got 5 levels, and totally around 15 to 16 projects are there. And each project you are expected to give a speech. Sometimes it is a plain speech, sometimes it is a speech after some activity. That is number 1. Number 2, serve as a club officer for 12 months. Then club serve as a district officer for 1 term, 1 year, full year. Then do the role of a club mentor or coach. Number 4. Number 5, serve successfully as a club sponsor or conduct a speech club program, or third option is youth leadership program or YLP. And then complete the DTM project. So DTM project is something similar to HPL project, but you don't have a guidance committee. It can be any major project where you can demonstrate your leadership capability. So HPL project, generally you get things done from your team members, but in a DTM project, you will showcase your communication skill as well as leadership skills. Right. So with that, let me conclude here my presentation, and I am ready to take up the questions. Let me stop sharing. Any questions?
Thank you for your session, sir. Can you please elaborate a little more about the club sponsor? That's something which many reached out. Is that a financial aspect, or are we supporting the club during the first few months that we are trying to explain them about what Toastmasters is and all that? Maybe that can help the larger audience in the forum.
Sure. The sponsoring, so the term sponsor is a little ambiguous. So since generally sponsor means financial sponsoring, people get confused. So here there is no financial obligation. So sponsoring means you take the ownership, and then you are the champion to create the club. That's it. So, and you have to support for 6 months to 1 year. That's all.
Thank you. That clarifies a lot.
Can I be the club mentor for a Gavel club? I can get back. Satya, I'm not in a position to answer right now this question. So because I have less idea about Gavel club, I can check with leaders and then come back. Then what are the other questions? HPL speech can be attempted only when you reach level 5. Execution of HPL activity can be anytime. Yes, you can start doing it, and then at the end of when appropriate time, you complete the project. So can beginners also do HPL? I think I already answered it. So theoretically you can do it, but definitely to do HPL project, you have to do either Speechcraft or youth leadership program, where you are going to act as a facilitator, right? And then obviously you should be knowledgeable in about all the jargons. You should be familiar with the different kind of paths, projects. So all the, whatever we discuss under Toastmaster Canvas, you should be familiar. So otherwise, it is not just like organizing a conference. So it is, you have to put more the, what is that, knowledge nuggets you have to put in. So if you are planning to do something like a conference chair or conference co-chair, yes, you can do HPL. You can take that as HPL project. But if you have to do, if you want to do a Speechcraft or YLP program, you should be familiar with this system for quite some time. After that, we can do. Can you elaborate on youth leadership program? Can it be done for college students? I think this, again, I'm not very sure if I'm right. The youth leadership program is meant for people who are less than 18 years. So I think then it is applicable only for school students. Yes. Warren is confirming. OLP is for people with people under 18 years. For college students, you can do the Speechcraft. And for Speechcraft, you are entitled to collect money from them, right? Because we are going to give them the Speechcraft manual, and you are going to spend time, and you are entered. TMA is authorizing you to collect money. Any excess money, you can use it for your club purpose as well as for the district purpose. So I think in consultation with your division director and area director, you can share the revenue. So I'm not getting into the sensitive aspects of it, but definitely it is a revenue generation aspect. Whereas youth leadership, you are not supposed to collect money. So then, how will you procure this material? For youth leadership also you have manual and which you are supposed to download it from TMRA. So that is where a club will be sponsoring the youth leadership program. An existing club can sponsor. For example, the OLP program is costing 5,000. The 5,000 rupees will be borne by the by a club or an individual or someone like that. New Speechcraft is digital online only and it can be done in multiples of 5. Okay, I'm not quite familiar with the Speechcraft and digital mode. Today, when I went through the portal, there were a couple of videos, but I could not spend time. So I had to get familiarized with the latest one on the Speechcraft in digital mode. Any other question? Can you elaborate what is the role of district PR, admin manager, and finance manager? So the finance manager is handling the entire finance for the district. So district comprises of around 12 divisions, and each division has got area, and each area we have clubs, right? So suppose if we have 100 district 120, we may have around more than 100 clubs. So at each club, generally the club incurs some cost. Generally, the cost for club meetings as well as the contests, they are managed by the club subscription money. But when we conduct some events at the area level or division level, there is some cost involved. For example, procurement of trophies, certificates, or gift for the judges. So all that involves some kind of expenses. And these expenses cannot be done in a random fashion. So it has to be planned and appropriately spent. So that is where the role of the finance manager comes in. The finance manager prepares a budget and shares with all the officers and get their consent saying that this is your limit for area contest. This is the maximum you can spend. Beyond which you have to spare from your pocket. So and most of the time these expenses are reimbursed. It is not given upfront. So you conduct an event, for example, you conduct what is that division conference. So at the end of the division conference, you submit all your bills and get your money reimbursed. So that is the role of the finance manager. The district PR manager's role is to promote the entire district activities in the social media as well as the conventional media. So primarily, indirectly help the district to start multiple clubs. More people join this organization and get benefited. So he is more like a what is that marketing and sales person. So it is the job of district PR. So more of promotion. The admin manager takes care of all the logistics needs, like booking your tickets for conferences, so organizing other stuff like for event. So any other logistics. So all that will be part of admin manager's role. I have joined the TM. What are the actual benefits of all these credits? Can they be officially used somewhere? So obviously, once you have the titles like Distinguished Toastmaster and how you project it in a subtle manner in your organization, that's how it is going to be helpful. So when people come to know that you have been part of Toastmaster International and you have achieved Distinguished Toastmaster, then obviously there is opportunities for you to anchor events, internal events in your organization, or even your boss may allow you to present a paper in a conference. So not only you complete all this, but you should also how to diplomatically or in a subtle manner how to project all this. So otherwise, you may complete all that, but that will not be helpful for you and the society. So you have to be, unless you propagate this, people will not come to know. Is there a specific timeline when club coach assignment is awarded to coaches? Right now, the club has already reached. So I already mentioned a club is entitled to have a club coach only when the membership falls less than 12. And if you come to know about it, you can inform your division director or area director, and they will get in touch with the program quality director. And the my team, that is the club coach chair, along with the PQD, we have already identified the people who are willing to be functioning as a club coach. So generally we give club coach assignment only for some senior people, people who have already completed DTM or people who are about to complete DTM, because they'll be a little senior who will be matured enough to give the guidance for the struggling clubs. So from the pool, we will assign you. So and these club coaches will be officially be appointed by the Toastmaster International, and they have 1 to 2 years to complete their task. Their task means to make the club distinguished club.
I just wanted to add something quickly to that. I think the
Yes, go ahead,
question
Dinesh.
was slightly different. It was misunderstood. So my question was, already you had a club coach assigned for a club which is less than 12 and is not distinguished. And now the club coach has completed the assignment by making the club distinguished and above. After the March renewals, right now the club has become distinguished, whatever the club coach is assigned. So usually, when will that be credited in the system? Okay, for example, right now, if I have completed a club coach assignment, the club which I'm assigned is already a select distinguished, let's say. So is there a specific academic timeline or something like a financial year timeline, let's say June or something, when they give it, or as soon as it becomes distinguished? Because after March renewals, the clubs become distinguished, right? If they meet the criteria of membership and DCP points.
So
Maybe we can talk
even I
offline.
am not right now clear. So I guess it will
No
be
problem.
credited in June. Probably extra communication may also be needed from the club saying that it has achieved. I'm not really sure. Probably once this cycle is complete, then I'll have the insight.
Sure, sir. No problem. Thank you.
What inspired you to stay on track in the journey of attaining DTM status? So here, the very purpose of joining Toastmaster is to keep yourself active, right? So you participate in contests, and every project you improve certain competencies. Earlier we used to call project objectives, but today Toastmaster is offering more than 300 different competencies. I'm not sure each one of you go through the manuals. So if you go through each project, when you go through there, the competencies are mentioned. So what kind of competencies for each speech project? At least 3 or 4 competencies you are improving. So that is a kind of joy, right? So when you are equipping yourself, so forget about the titles. So you are learning something new. So for example, you know how to give a speech, how to research a project, research a topic and give a project. So that is a structured way we learn. And all this comes at a nominal cost, right? So much of resources are available, but when you start applying it, you get a sense of satisfaction. And the second thing is when you are trying to help others, when you are helping someone to exceed their communication skills and they feel confident, then you feel satisfied. So that is why many people feel happy about the DTM's journey. So it is not that end title. So the entire journey people cherish and love. Is it possible to complete the level by giving speeches in other class beyond Coke Club? Yes, of course. And definitely, I already mentioned in one of the slides saying that leverage the virtual meetings. So today, you can attend meetings across the globe because you don't have to travel. So you can attend the meeting and you just attend as a guest for 1 or 2 meetings. And after that, you can tell them that you want to give a project speech. If they have speech slot, definitely they will be accommodative because most of the overseas clubs, they want to have diverse speakers. So even I'm also seeing the other aspect from the professional speaking. So most of the Western countries, they want to have a diverse speakers. So definitely they will accommodate you, but not on the very first meeting. After 2 or 3 meetings, definitely they will accommodate you. And in that way, you can quickly complete different projects. Not only that, you also get feedback from a different kind of personality, right? So you are not getting from your own fellow Indians. No, you get so you will understand so how this speech is being perceived by the another nationality. For example, the same speech you may give it in US or Japan. So from each side you may get a different kind of feedback. So those are all some of the different things you may get excited. And again, you can also repeat your project. For example, you go and deliver a project in another club, and then take the feedback and then apply it and give it in your own club, so that every speech of yours becomes polished and enhanced. Is it possible to compare? Yeah. Yes, you can give the same speech. You can do it. So in fact, let me try to recall one of the world champions of public speaking, Darren Lacroix. Yes, Darren Lacroix. He is one of the greatest humorous speaker. He was in US, and in US many clubs start and like Meraki, some of the clubs start at 7 a.m. So at 7 a.m. you'll go and deliver a speech in a club and take the feedback, and then come home, and then fix all those feedback, and then you will go and deliver the same speech after fixing the feedback comments, and deliver the same speech in another club at 11 o'clock. And again, the same speech he will do it in another club by evening 5 o'clock, then at another club at 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. in the night club. So the same speech he will deliver in 4 different clubs on the same day. So this way, at the end of the day, his speech becomes perfect, flawless. And that is why he says he is giving only 3 recommendations: stage time, stage time, stage time. So whatever the role, either you give a speech or be a Toastmaster of the day or being a tabletop speaker. So don't go come back with empty hand. So don't attend a meeting and then simply come back without performing any role. Take up a role and then deliver a speech. And every time when you participate, definitely automatically your language will improve, confidence level will improve. Can we deliver the same speech on another club? Will it be counted? Okay. So discuss with your VP education how differently you are making the speech. So definitely the same speech can be counted for different projects as long as the project objectives are met. So check with your VP education before doing such kind of different initiatives. Check with your VP. Yes, any other question?
Hi Sundaram, I have one question. For the completing DTM project, the sixth one, so we need to, before that we need to complete all other criteria, then we can start attempting it, or we can plan it earlier also. DTM project.
So theoretically you can do it at any time, but logically, DTM is something like completing your milestone, right? So at the end, if you do it, it will be good. Suggestion is your DTM project 1, you can do it at any time. You do it at any time as soon as you identify an opportunity. So identifying an opportunity, as I said, so you are an officer in a Rotary Club or Rotary Club, right? So you are going to be an officer for 1 year. So take that as your DTM project and deliver your first project, saying that what will be the objectives as a Rotary officer, what you are planning to perform in the next 1 year. So give that speech and take your time and go through the manual and complete your other projects. Probably after 6 months or 9 months, you can do it. So obviously the DTM project should be at the end of all your project, the second project. So that is where you are showcasing that you have learned so many things as a great communicator, great leader, and you are eligible to become a DTM.
Thank you so much.
Any other questions? And even just now I mentioned about Rotary Club. In fact, Toastmaster International as well as Rotary International have joined hands, so they have signed MOU, but I'm not seeing anything in action. But when you have some connect with the Rotary Club, mention about this, and then definitely you can have some combined initiatives. So unfortunately, I'm not seeing anything great happening so far, but instead of blaming others, we can take the first step. So going beyond your Toastmaster club, not only to your club, you can also go beyond the Toastmaster itself. You can join hands with the other forums like Rotary Club, Lions Club. So you can do several initiatives. Okay, if there are no more questions, probably we can stop here. I think time is 8:05.